Pakistan has always been a friend of Sri Lanka. I think our relationships go back from the time we got our independence. Whenever Sri Lanka was in need, Pakistan came to support. So, Excellency, first of all, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for your most recent support at the UNHRC when we needed our friends most. So you stood by us. We're all cricket lovers. Now recently we celebrated our 25th year since we won the World Cup. And our fond memories go back to the time when the World Cup was played in Lahore and the large ground, all the Pakistanis were supporting Sri Lanka. So we admire Pakistan cricket, you supported our cricket. Likewise, in every sense, Pakistan has always been a friend. And as our secretary said, we should have had more investments in Sri Lanka from Pakistan. Due to whatever the reason, we didn't have many, and we are glad that you came. You came at a time when a lot of investments come to Sri Lanka. That was under Mr. Godahewa Rajapaksa, then Defence Secretary and Secretary to the Minister of Urban Development. He unleashed a completely new era of development in this country. After the war, we were lucky. The man who led the war started leading the urban revolution. And he brought in a new culture of management, getting involved in every detail, supporting investors in every step, and investors started flowing in, starting with Shangri-La, then Altea, Destiny, and so many investments came in during that period. The secret was that we were supportive of those investors. We held their hands. And we are so sad to hear what went through during the last 5 years, as Director, Imperial Builders explained. It was a bad time for Sri Lanka anyway, not in one sense, but in many ways. Many things didn't move. Many investors tell us the same story. But I believe you have confidence now, things will change. Because we are here to do a job. All our interest is about the development of this country and how to get the maximum support from whoever we can get that support. So my secretary and my team, with the guidance from the President, His Excellency, we will always be there to resolve whatever problem we can resolve and makes things move fast. So you have now promised us some timelines to complete the first phase this year, and the second one next year. We're happy to hear that, and we'll be looking forward to the launch of the new residencies. As for the other investors who are waiting to come to Sri Lanka, our message is now we are ready again. The time will be just like the 2010-2015 period, because it's the same people who are now involved. The Secretary to the Urban Development Ministry is now the President. The Chairman of UDA is now the Secretary of the Ministry. I was on the board of UDA at that time. I'm now the State Minister in charge. And the then Director General is now Chairman. Then Director Operations is now DGM. So likewise, it's the same team. So you can expect the same support for any investor who comes. This team will go all out to support. I don't want to take too much time. We have had too many speeches already. So let me take this opportunity once again to congratulate Imperial Builders for coming and starting this beautiful project. I just want to mention one more thing I was about to forget. His Excellency Godahewa Rajapaksa is a visionary, not only a visionary guy, he's a very practical person. So when he started this urban development revolution, he came up with a beautiful idea how to find money for many things that we were supposed to do. One of the tasks that we had at that time was finding good accommodation for the poor people in the city. There was large number of slum dwellers in the country, slums. So we wanted to give them better accommodation. We don't believe in removing and chasing people away. If somebody is poor and doesn't have good accommodation, our job is to find them better accommodation. So we did a research and we found out in Colombo alone, there were more than 50,000 slums. So how to build new houses for these people? It was a humongous task, a hugely expensive project. So he came up with a beautiful idea. The idea was to relocate these people to some nice location, nice accommodation, get that land released, and use that land for a commercial purpose, raise some money, and reuse that money for the next lot of relocations. So that process moved very nicely. And I think during 2010-2014 period, we were able to build more than 20,000 houses through that mechanism. Actually, your project is also one of those. You came in helping us in the relocation process. But unfortunately, the previous government completely misread this path. That is why they couldn't do anything during the last 5 years. No new houses were built. They just completed the houses that we started. They couldn't start anything because they never understood the concept. Now we have restarted that. During the last 15 months, since President came back to power, we have started more than 8,000 new houses. And we intend to complete more than 100,000 houses within our ministry, which comes under Honorable Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, with 3 state ministries during this 5-year tenure. So, on one side, we'll be providing accommodation for the very poor, good accommodation. We'll be building middle-class houses, and like in your case, we'll be providing luxury houses for those who want to come and live in those. So, partners, not only in this project, in future projects as well, let's achieve what we want to achieve together. Thank you.